just kind of we are boom. There we go. Look at that. That looks good. How y'all doing? You guys good?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so we are live. We're just gonna go ahead and get into it, and we're not doing the show yet. So this is just getting to know each other, getting all the kinks out, stretching our vocals, getting to know a little bit more before we get into the actual show where we're gonna start talking about your guys' show and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Right.
So, you guys talk. I gotta get this. I forgot to 20.
Talking.
We talk.
Yeah. Talk.
We're talking.
Yes, please.
We're talking.
You're totally welcome to do whatever you want.
How's Lefty? I haven't seen him since he was small. Is he big now?
He's a lot bigger now. Probably double or triple the size.
I bet. Is Benny like the same size as she like done?
Yeah, I think she's 10. She hasn't changed in the past couple months.
Are these pets or children?
Yes. So these are my dogs.
Oh, dogs.
Yes.
Okay. We have a whole zoo, so you just never know.
Right.
We have a lot.
We have 2 dogs, a cat, 2 guinea pigs, chickens, and 2 horses. So
right on.
So
we also have a zoo.
Yeah, you do. I would. Yep, for sure.
Shall we say how many we have?
Go for it.
6 dogs, 13 guinea pigs, a lizard, a snake, and a bird.
Yep.
No horses.
Did you say you said 6 dogs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And
so
what was
much energy?
What's the dog's name? Oh,
so
sorry.
what was after the dogs?
13 guinea pigs.
13 guinea pigs?
Yeah.
Yes.
We became like the drop off for everyone who didn't want their guinea pigs anymore. And now we have 13.
Yeah. There are a lot of people who end up not realizing that guinea pigs are
a responsibility.
They're work. They're a lot of work and need so much space.
So much space and so much care. Well,
and you said you have 2, right?
I only have 2, and that's work.
So Idaho's not that far away. What are you thinking? Like maybe 9 more?
9 more.
I always say I'll take them in.
But my husband would kill me.
Yeah. We always take them in with the intentions of like making sure they go to a guinea pig ready house. Yeah. And they always end up coming to us kind of sick. So then I like rehab them and get all their ailments corrected. And then they're stuck here because then I don't have the heart to say goodbye.
Yeah.
And then you love them. And so it's like, oh, well, what's one more guinea pig?
Yeah. Exactly. We have 2 that I've been saying, somebody take them. I'm not trying that hard.
Please take them.
Yeah. I haven't tried very hard.
Oh, please take them.
Yeah.
And they don't live very long either. So like some of them are almost 3. So I'm like, am I going to send a geriatric guinea pig to a house with toddlers? Probably not.
Oh, yeah.
3 is old?
5 to 8 is like the average lifespan for a guinea pig. 8 is like really, really long.
Yeah.
Well, because your guinea pigs are like 3, aren't they? No?
I think, they'll be 3 this winter. So, yeah, I guess they're kind of old now.
They're like middle age.
I didn't say last this long.
Yeah. That's kind of how I felt with some of them too.
I don't think they last this long, but not that I'm glad that they've lasted this long. But
yeah.
They're hilarious. They all have their own little personalities. We have one that thinks it's a dog.
Oh God.
He kind of just free roams around the house and like drinks out of their water bowl.
He's the coolest one. He'll go to their dog food and try to eat it.
Yeah, which is really bad for him. So
don't
we're
do
like
that.
racing him.
Like, stop.
It's cute when he's in the water bowl, but not so much dog food.
That's great.
What is going on out there? Do you hear that?
Yeah, the puppies. The puppies are playing.
Oh. The kids are in there.
Boom. Okay. I think I got us all shared that we are live.
Okay.
I put it on Twitter.
Yay. Oh, join us live. There it is. Yep. Boom. Share. Retweet. Comment. Yay.
Man, he's really going wild out there.
Okay. Gift. Boom. Inner monologue. None.
What are you working on?
I'm
All I could see is everyone's faces.
that's so I'm
You got the weird stuff going on.
I'm doing all the marketing part.
I got it.
Yep. Okay, so did you guys both look at the show notes?
Yes.
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 No.
Okay.
It says Roosterbat is live tonight. It's just the wife and I. So you have last week's.
I know. I just fixed that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say that's what popped up last week.
I know. I just fixed it right now, and now it says it's a Roosterbat show. Special guests, Curious
Sweet.
Nixons. They're going to put a spell on you. I got 5 viewers right now.
Dang, that's pretty good for starting off.
Wahoo.
So you guys are oh gosh, brain fart. True crime plus paranormal.
Yes.
Is it paranormal or witchy?
Yes.
Okay.
All of it.
So all of the
All
things,
Awesome.
like true crime, paranormal, like cryptozoology, witch stuff, like just anything that really
And
sparks
weird.
the interest that week. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
So, what is cryptozoology? Like, I feel like I should know this word, but I really don't.
So, and I could be wrong. Don't 100% quote me, but I'm 98% sure that I know what it's like. Sasquatch, Loch Ness monster,
mythology or some. Not really.
Right,
It's not really
so-
mythology. It's
I call them conspiracy theories.
It's
But yeah, it's
unknown, right? Unknown
Yeah.
creatures.
Mhm.
Hi.
Hey,
Yes.
Hello. We have somebody in the chat says, "Hi guys and gals and
Hello.
binary pals."
What is it?
Binary pals. I like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Heard
You,
that before.
have you? So there's a what do you want to call him? A comedian or something like that?
an entertainer.
Entertainer. He does Vine. He did Vine. Now he's YouTube and whatever.
Okay.
TikTok.
And he does like that Disney. Today in Disney or something like that.
Maybe. Okay.
He did
Thomas
storytelling.
Sanders.
Story time.
Story time.
Okay. I know. Yeah.
Yes, and
Our kid's really into him.
yeah. So his name's Thomas Sanders, and I would never take
Yeah.
credit for his work, but I like the binary pals as well.
That's clever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Okay, we are doing good. Oh,
Y'all situated over there?
I think we are. I think we're good. I think we're moving and grooving. Let's get a dance party in. Yeah, funky time.
This is my slow down part of the day, so I'm all danced out.
But it's
There's so
it's
much
dance-
homework
Like,
today.
no.
Dance time.
If I dance too hard, I'll hit the mic.
I'm all about the dance. It's
Yeah.
it's a way I enter the room. I just
Just start dancing.
yes.
Dance intro.
You have to start every day with a dance. Y'all. Oh yeah, y'all works, I guess. Yeah, y'all.
That is my.
Yeah.
We live in California, and y'all is my word, and I get made fun of all the time for using it.
Hey y'all.
But we live in like the country part of California.
In the country part.
Kind of, yeah.
Is your
It's
your
called-
whole world on fire right now?
We're actually
that-
in the it's called the armpit of California.
Yes.
It's like the very base of. It smells like one too. It's weird. It's the very base of the Central Valley.
Much
and,
deodorant needed.
So we're pretty much surrounded by mountains in a bowl, and all of the smoke from the fires are coming to us,
Yeah.
but we're not so much. We have a fire that's about 2 hours from us, and that's as close as they've gotten.
Y'all from the South originally. So I am not from the South. I'm still from California, Southern California, if you want to get technical. So, I mean, that's about as South as I get. I did live in Texas for a little bit, not long. And
I used to visit Texas. My mom lived there for about half my life. But I was only there for like 2 months out of the year.
What about y'all? You guys are from the South?
We're both from Idaho.
We're both from Idaho. Southeast Idaho, I guess. The south of Idaho.
So French words.
No.
Anything that's not
I was gonna
English.
Do a French spelling bee.
There's a joke I'm missing here.
We're so bad at French words. We try so hard.
Hey, Max DS, how you doing? So like was it the last episode with Jean or Janine?
Oh my gosh.
Jean?
Every time they said the name, it was like you could tell that they paused, thought about it. King. Yes.
I couldn't. I almost edited that out, but we both decided it was better to just leave it in.
No, it was great. You have to leave that in there. It's kind of like the favorite, your guys' favorite movie, Paranormal Activity 4. You have to leave all the crap in there so that we can enjoy it so much.
It's good to be human.
Yeah.
Just can't cut it out.
Nope. Max DS says he's or she's or theys are doing pretty good.
That's my brother. He did our logo.
Oh,
right on.
Sweet.
He did make
that
our
logo is phenomenal.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
Planchette, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's
the
perfect.
Nixon sent me. Is it Richard?
No, it's not.
So I have to ask. I'm going to ask this again. But what is Nixon's?
It's Loretta's brainchild. I'll let her get into it.
Okay, so Nixon's is like a combination. So, like Vixens is like difficult women. Nyx is the goddess of darkness, and then like at the end we spelled out like sin. So like sins or sinister.
I love that.
Oh, okay.
That's a cool mashup.
Yeah,
I thought it was like a play on Nixon presidency and like conspiracies there because there's a lot.
There's a lot. I mean,
it could be that too.
But I like yours better. That's more fun.
Or
Nixon, the other Nixon's played out
because it's NYX, right? Nix.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Like Stevie Nicks. Not the same.
Yeah.
She's not a Y, is she?
No. Stevie Nicks.
No.
And XX. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's XX. But
there was
but there was an
Is
X
it?
in there, so I believe so. Now you have me thinking.
You'll just mix up your X's and
Nikki
Y's.
6 is 2 X's.
Yeah, well, that's why I thought maybe it had some type of.
Oh, you're thinking a different. I was thinking Stevie Nicks. My brain is so confused.
I was also thinking Stevie Nicks.
I think you said Stevie Nicks. Babe.
I did say Stevie Nicks, so I
see. What are you doing to us?
I'm drunk.
I don't believe you.
Are you? I'm gonna look it up right now. Stevie Nicks. Yeah, it's CK. Wait, let me triple check.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's CK.
I'm not here to learn. I came here to educate.
All right. I am done with education for the day.
Do you guys have kids? Either one?
I have a 2-year-old.
Okay, so not in school yet.
No.
Okay.
Fortunately.
Yeah.
This 2020 year has been hectic.
An adventure.
With the way schooling is being done right now.
We're homeschoolers anyways, but it's like extra weird this year for some reason.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Gotcha.
After these messages. We've been together 16 years. We kind of have this little thing where we get in each other's minds.
That's nice.
Okay, so just kind of a little quick rundown of how we're going to do it. If you have the show notes, you can see that we'll do a little bit of banter, which is what we're currently doing. At 7:30 on the dot, I will count down from 5 all the way down to 0. You're going to see 5, 4, and then no audio. There'll be no recording. From that point, I will play an introduction. You may not hear it because you're just not going to hear it. Zoom is amazing. After that, I will do the hellos, and then I will introduce you. Do you guys want it in alphabetical order, or do you guys want it in the order? Doesn't matter. What do you guys want?
You're gonna
whatever it comes out.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen anyways.
Cool. So it'd be the Nixon's Curious.
You would plan it out and then spit it out a different way anyhow. That's just how you do it.
And then we're going to start off with, after we do the introductions, we're going to start off with how our week's going. If you have something good about the week you want to share, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Don't feel rushed. I don't want you guys to feel like overwhelmed or anything like that. Be super chill. All right. I know in Idaho you guys can't have weed, but that's okay.
Really?
Yeah, no weed in Idaho.
That is
Idaho weed free.
One day.
Cursing is okay.
Yeah, legally.
Oklahoma has it now, so things can happen.
Okay also is allowing nudity, so.
What?
Yeah. Free the nipples. Okay.
Okay, I get
We're
moving.
So super relaxed, don't feel rushed. If you guys have something to say, blurt it out, it's okay. If we get lost or something like that, we have to, move back. Jess is really good about keeping me on track. I will run off. So
I think you mix those two up.
Be prepared for me to start just talking about anything and everything. I will ask you at least 4 questions about your podcast. I may ask more. And then we have random topics. So if we do get lost or we start running time a little short, we have other things to talk about. Like we could talk about Chris Evans, J.K. Rowling's. I got Uties. And then
what? You got
Uties?
What's that?
The cuties, but you.
Oh.
And then I have some geek stuff, like Batman is back. They were doing some show,
Are they trending?
Yeah. So all my stuff's trending, of course. That's what I do Thursday morning. Look at trending. And then after, so many minutes, like 55 minutes or so like that, I'm going to then go into, all right, guys, tell me about your show. What, like plug it. Like, where can they find you and stuff like that? And then we'll say, burn your sage, charge your crystals, and I'll see you on the other side.
I love that.
Sounds good.
We always mess up the outros.
I know.
Do you?
Every time, and I love it.
He like practiced too. He like went through and listened to a few times to make sure he would say it correctly.
Remember, burn your sage and charge your crystals, and I'll see you on the other side.
Perfect.
Just the nerd.
We should just give him the podcast.
Yes.
Oh no, I'm just way too much energy for learning anything. Once you guys say,
I'm researching 3 things right now because I just can't focus. I'm like so excited about all of that.
This is why
perfectly acceptable.
I'm not on camera. Yeah, exactly.
ADD is perfectly acceptable. We appreciate it. All right.
I take my chill out medicine before we start every time.
What we don't want to do is get dead air. So if we start getting too much dead air, I'll bring it back to doing something. We'll keep going. So, and I know Alex, I can tell that you're the talkative one. So, I'm just gonna have to keep you going.
He also does that because like awkward silence is not a thing for me. It just doesn't exist. I like the quiet, so it just I'm like, what's going on? What's wrong?
I'm not.
So he's like, so.
It's
so
party
he'll
time.
keep it not quiet.
Yeah, I don't. I can talk. I hopped on a podcast. I said, "Hey, can you guest on for like 10 minutes?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely, sure."
3 hours later.
37 minutes later. You know what though? They needed me to hop on there for the full 37 minutes because all of their other guests that they were going to have decided to cancel.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
So
I was like,
it worked out.
Yeah.
Stuff. That's good.
I feel bad because I'm like, I started getting super preachy. I'm like, no. God loves everyone, not just the whites. I don't get racist, but I do get preachy. Okay.
I can identify with that.
All right, we have right about 9 minutes. Anybody need anything? You guys good? I think you should keep it. I think that's perfect.
You like it?
Yeah.
I think I like the flower crown and the background.
Well, of course, the flower crown.
Thank you.
You gotta have the flower crown. I don't even know how to do that.
I don't know how to turn it off.
Oh, no. It kind of makes it look like you're in outer space. Well, it is outer space. I love it already. That's where I plan to live.
Ooh, that'd be so scary.
In outer space?
Yeah.
My friends are out there.
Why would it be scary to live in outer space?
There's no
I
air.
don't know. I love space and space movies, but just I think looking back at the Earth would scare the shit out of me.
I think that would be pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yes.
I always joke that I'm an alien, so I have to keep up with the storyline of that. So I always make sure the kids know that their mom's far out.
So, have you guys seen the Netflix original Away?
I haven't. No, I've seen the picture for it. I haven't watched it.
The Hillary Swank one?
Yes.
I didn't watch it. I almost did.
Okay, so that is all of my fears of being in space.
And like every episode has something going on.
Yeah, I'm not going to give any of it away, but every fear I have.
It is not a shit show where you could just sit back and relax.
No.
Is it like that Sandra Bullock movie, Gravity? I think it was called.
No. It's not like that. No, this one they're actually traveling to Mars. I think Gravity is where they're already on Mars, right? I don't know.
I don't know if they were on Mars. She was like on the spaceship. I don't know. It was really good. One. It was terrifying, but it was really good.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. In that movie, did she like go outside of the spaceship to work on something?
So it's actually a series. There's like
in Gravity.
Oh, in Gravity?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Gravity.
Yeah. She went outside to work on something, and then it like got detached somehow.
And so she's like floating.
Yes. That
sounds awful.
Did she what?
So Gravity is 9.81.
I don't remember.
On Rotten Tomatoes, what is that?
No, Gravity, the actual Earth's gravity.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
You would.
What is that movie that has all right.
All right. Dazed and Confused. All right. Like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey, but he's then also in space.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
Was he with Matt Damon?
No.
Interstellar. Is that it?
Yes, that one. That one right there. Yeah. Sandra Bullock and George Clooney. I have not seen this one. Mid-orbit, destruction of a space shuttle, attempt to return to Earth.
We'll have to watch it because I don't think I've seen it either.
It's from 2013. I don't think I watch movies that far back.
I don't remember anything that far back.
I barely remember today.
Same.
Yeah.
Blur.
Okay. Perfect. Did y'all update? Hey, do you guys have iPhones?
What?
Do you have iPhones?
No.
No?
We're not that bougie.
What? Bougie?
We're not either. Ours are like from like 4 years ago.
I'm sorry that you're not that bougie. I mean, iPhone 8, hello.
I can like throw my phone in and it won't break. So.
Oh, you have the Nokia still? That's crazy.
No, it's a Samsung. They're just that good.
Well, that's what iPhones are. They just put a different sticker on the back.
Yeah.
It has a new update this week, and now our phones are pretty much Androids. It's got widgets now.
Yeah, they finally have.
Our minds are blown.
We finally have widgets. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. That's my fault.
Not me this time.
Okay. So our internet is doing the thing that I don't like.
Oh, you didn't reset it.
I didn't, but it's dropping frames and then it's not. So I apologize for the people that are watching live. It will balance itself out. It's Bright House. Bright House is amazing.
I think every time we pay for it to do better work, it gets worse.
Anytime we upgrade the internet, it's phenomenally worse.
They're just slowly downgrading you.
That's what it feels like. It's kind of
every time.
Kind of Twilight Zone.
Yeah. There's something in the internet. Something just eating it. It's kind of like you remember that Incredible Hulk where he starts draining all the electricity.
Yep.
Yeah. That's we have the internet version of that siphon.
It could also be that our child is done with homework in one room and the other one is Zooming with her friend.
Yeah, so they're both gaming. We should
They're both on.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so you guys obviously probably at some point had dial-up.
Dial-up.
What are your kids? When we were.
Oh yeah.
When we were kids.
I had MCI. I don't know if you even know what that means. Like,
no, I don't know what that means.
That's right. You were born in 1996. My bad.
He's really old, and he just cannot believe that.
I don't understand.
Because you said that guy or that lady died at the age of 1990 or at the age of 99. She wasn't alive to 121 years or 122 years. She died 1 year after I was born.
That was Loretta.
That was me.
Oh.
I was born in 95.
Oh.
Yeah, I was born in 96.
So for him, this is all very weird, but I was an Uber driver for like 2 years. So I was driving 90s kids to the bar, and I had to get over that feeling really fast.
My God.
82.
That's what. I'm kids
10
in
years.
2000. Turning 20 is weird to me.
Yes.
My 20-year high school reunion's coming up, and it feels not bad, but weird to think about because I don't remember anything that far back.
All right. So we're going to be starting 1 minute, less than 1 minute, actually.
Okay.
So like I said, we're going to do a little countdown. I'll count you down as soon as my clock hits 7:30. And then
I'm just going to shut up now because I always screw up.
Silence. All right. And 5, 4.
Roosterbat is where it's at. Oh, he's all that, and that's a fact, you know it. He's the king of the podcasting thing.
Hello, you beautiful freaks and geeks. This is Dave Cadena, and you are on the Roosterbat Show. Today we have special guests. We have Loretta and Alex. And of course, in studios, we have Jess. How are we all doing today?
Awesome.
Super.
Good.
Yay.
That was like a sentence.
And we're going to just go ahead and continue this on with how is your guys' week going? And you guys have some amazing stuff going on. Everything gross, everything great, everything awful, whatever it is. Share your experiences. How has been your week?
Why don't you kick it off?
I will kick it off.
What's your good thing?
My good thing this week is the fact that I am alive. I really don't have a whole lot. Like my week was pretty chill, like super chill. I had yesterday off, so I did nothing. This is the first day I actually did nothing. I did wash a lot of dishes, but other than that,
that was good for me. That's my good thing.
Oh, my bad. Once again, stealing your thunder. No, my week was pretty good, great. Like today, back to work, so I'm happy. Go ahead and kick it off, Jess. Loretta. Somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do
that. Okay, so let's see. A good thing, I watched a show I liked this week. Otherwise, it was pretty crappy.
What show is that?
The Act.
The Act?
Yes.
Sweet. What's it about?
It's a good show.
I'm actually going to be covering it. It's one of the things that I started like obsessively researching after I watched it because it's so crazy. So I'll be covering it in a couple weeks.
Oh, in one of your episodes?
Yes.
Excellent. Oh, I think I know what this is about. Okay. Go ahead, Alex.
Okay. I've been working all week, so not a whole lot. It's been really busy this week. So it's been a blur. Nothing super good has happened yet other than today's my Friday. I don't have to go back to work tomorrow. So that's where I'm at right now.
You got your Friday going on. Does that mean you get
Yes.
to access your follow Friday today, or is it like no, you're still reserving it for calendar Fridays?
Calendar
I mean,
Friday.
it depends on the day.
Oh,
but
okay. What about you, Jess?
as of this week, tomorrow's my calendar Friday.
There you go.
That's how I would keep it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jess?
My good thing this week, I completed 3 separate knit projects. So that feels good to get them off my shoulders.
We created the elephant, right?
Yep.
Sweet. Okay, so you ladies are from the Curious Nixon podcast, and we all know what Curious stands for. We just found out in the pre-show that what Nixon stands for. It's for Stevie Nicks and Richard Nixon and and the fact and Watergate in its entirety. So I think we're all good on that, right? That's a self. Or
you got it.
Yeah,
That's exactly.
it's like a perfect description. So where did the name actually come from? Like, I know Loretta like put her heart and soul into it, and she was like, let's see if we can figure out how many consonants we can put in a single word. So
Yeah.
Go ahead, Loretta, kick us off. How'd you guys get started on Curious Nixons?
All right, so we actually had named it something else first, and we were ready to upload and everything, and found out somebody had named their podcast almost exactly the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we were trying to come up with something that nobody else would have.
Have you tried Roosterbat Show?
But so Nixons is a combination of vixens, which is difficult women, Nyx, which is the goddess of darkness, and sins or sinister at the end. So Nixons. Yeah.
So the difficult women, is that referring to you two, or is there like another woman, like maybe
like women in general?
Just
we're actually,
all women?
We're actually going to take over the world.
Is it just all women? Because should I fear?
We are going to take over the world, but in this case, it was directed towards us, and secretly Loretta was probably directing it towards me.
And why do you say that? Like, how do you know that it was directed towards you? Like, because is she the curious one? Are you Loretta? Are you the one that's like hiding secrets? How many dead bodies do you have in your closet?
Oh God.
Okay, we're gonna hold off on that one. All right, so well, yeah.
He does this at the car dealerships too. Like when we buy a car,
he
always measures
this
it by
trunk,
dead body space.
This trunk can hold so many dead bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I do too. Yeah, with my trunk.
So how did you know that the Nixon the portion of the Nixons is referring to you, Alex?
out of the two of us, we've been friends for a long time, and I'd say out of the two of us, I'm probably the more squirrely one, I guess. What's the word?
Bad influence? Peer pressure?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, cool.
So you're the one, if out of the two of you, one of you were to get locked up, it's going to be Alex?
That's probably accurate, yeah.
Oh yeah, that seems about right. I mean, that's all we got. All right, great show, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. And so Loretta, when you came up with the name, so you broke it down to three different. You have a lineage of psychotic women who like to kill men. You have a goddess, right? Goddess.
Goddess, yeah.
And then you have the ultimate sin, right? Or just sins in general.
Right.
So how does that pertain to your show? Like, how does the curiosity of those three items pertain to your show?
So we cover pretty dark topics generally, and sometimes they're kind of more fun, and sometimes they're fake or myths or legends or whatever, and sometimes they're real and dark and sad. But yeah, I think just in general we cover a lot of like dark people and dark topics.
Okay. And so okay. And Alex, you have more to add to that?
Yeah, so I think probably the Vixen's part is the two of us, and then Nyx being the goddess of darkness is just the dark topics, the witchy magic, things like that. And then the sins is probably closer to like crime and just like bad stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
And the curious is wanting to know about all of it. Right?
The curiosity.
Like the psychology behind it?
Yeah, or just like how things happen, or just why are things they are.
So,
if you can ever explain that.
In your recent episode, you had The Devil Made Me Do It, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, there was a segment about it where you were talking about how priests don't authorize or allow exorcisms without having the church. And I can't remember who said what, but you guys weren't aware that every exorcism by the church has to be authorized. So
I think I have it figured out that the church has to authorize exorcisms, or most of them, because there's, especially with Ed and Lorraine Warren, there are a lot of cases where they say that there were exorcisms, but then the church won't comment, or the church says that they didn't authorize any exorcisms, and whether the church won't comment because they don't really want to be associated with the whole like madness that was and is Ed and Lorraine Warren, or they really weren't involved. But the thing that really stuck out to me was they wanted I think his name was Daniel or David, the child that was involved,
David,
to undergo psychiatric evaluation. And that was something that was relatively new to me. I didn't know that. I don't know if that's a common practice or if that was just that situation. But yeah, I hadn't heard of, as far as I can remember, I hadn't heard of anyone having to be evaluated before an exorcism.
I didn't know that either.
So from what I understand is like they want to prove that they're not crazy, right?
Right.
And prior to an exorcism, which let's go into exorcism a little bit. Exorcisms given by the church, are they real or are they fake, or is it just kind of like because David, right, he called the demons into his body and said, "Yo, take me, homie." And
take me instead.
Yeah, and then like didn't even call Constantine or nothing, so but do you think that there's any validation, or because I know that they tried to say that the murder was they tried to use demonic possession as a viable
yeah.
Do you think that there's any in any of your research or any of your episodes, have you seen enough evidence saying that there is like a demonic possession, or is that like a fable as well?
So I believe, from what I can tell, it seems to be more religious people that end up getting possessed, right? So I don't know. I can't really say for certain, at least I'm not going to say, well, I know it's fake or I know it's real. I think that obviously the more you believe in something, the more you can manifest it to be real. So if you're religious and you believe in possession, and maybe we did another episode on Annalise Michael, or her case was the inspiration for like the exorcism of Emily Rose or things like that. So she was very religious, and she ended up she had epilepsy or some sort of medical condition, but they couldn't really figure out what was going on. So she ended up being possessed, and it's like, was she really possessed, or she ended up dying because of, not necessarily because of the possession, but she wasn't eating.
From, like,
she was
dehydration, dysentery.
Yeah, like severe
malnutrition,
dehydration.
Yeah, because I think what like if I remember, I may be way off base, but if I remember correctly, she wasn't eating. Her stool sample started coming into her stomach, and it was actually bad for her. And then she was also dehydrated because of being restrained to the quarters in bed or whatever, right?
Right. And she wouldn't, I don't think she'd eat food. She was eating like bugs and like dead things and
like
stuff like that. So it's, the question is, I guess, the more you believe in demons and stuff like that, if you open the door to be possessed, or if you just believe in something so much that you make it real. So it's hard to say, but I kind of wonder. And Ed and Lorraine Warren, they like to, if anyone got possessed, they'd be like, Lorraine would just say, well, they were possessed because they didn't believe in God hard enough. It's like, okay.
I mean logic, of course. All right. Yeah. What is, in all of your guys' episode, what is the creepiest true crime you guys covered?
The one that made me the most angry was the Coast to Coast killer. I got so mad when I was doing the research. I want to say it's like creepy. He was a creep, but it was so frustrating.
Most serial killers are creeps.
I think my creepiest one is Armin Maiwis. Armin Maiwis. So I don't know if you listened to that episode.
I haven't. So like I went back like the last 4 episodes and like refreshed my memory, and you guys have a lot of episodes out, so I apologize.
Yeah. So
I'm a horrible podcast host, I know. All right. Well, I know we don't want to like go all in true crime and paranormal all the time, because that's what you guys focus on all the time. So let me ask you a serious, down to earth question. All right.
Great. Okay. I don't believe you either.
Legoland or Disney?
Disney.
Disney World or California Disneyland?
California. Yes.
I think California is less exhausting.
Really?
Yeah.
Has a lot.
It's the only one we've been to, but like it's OG, so we always pick it as our favorite.
Disney World is like so much to look at and less to ride, and Disneyland is like concentrated rides.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's just funner.
It's also a lot of people.
Older people. I would take my daughter to Disney World though for the first couple of years, because it's slower, but it is exhausting.
Okay. So secondly, all right, Stevie Nicks or Nixon?
Stevie Nicks or Nixon's?
Yeah. Or just Richard Nixon. So.
Definitely Stevie
Richard
Nicks.
Nixon is not good. Stevie Nicks. I like Stevie Nicks. I'm a big Stevie Nicks fan.
You know what? There's nothing wrong.
She's like got a revival going on with younger people right now, and I love it.
She does. It's like
she's like the symbolism of witchy woman.
Witchy.
Yes.
Which actually kind of works, right?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
We're talking to the witchy women of the Bell.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite things is like Andrew Jackson, one of our presidents, wanted to go see the witch.
Oh, you're talking about the Bell Witch one?
Yeah, I was like, I love history. I love history. Like that's one of my favorite things. And when you're like, oh yeah, this guy who I've read a lot about wanted to do like paranormal stuff, I'm like I am straight down for that. Like count me in.
We used to go play hide and go seek with a group of friends before we had kids in graveyards. And the spookiest part about it was not getting in trouble, obviously, because you're not supposed to break in.
Right, you're not supposed to be in the graveyard.
But also, like, the cows. The cows sound a whole lot like, ooh, you know? There's so many cows out there.
Yeah, so we would go, there was a graveyard. There is still a graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
We did not trash it.
And it's very old.
It's very, very old. Sometime, like, in the 18th century is when they closed this graveyard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because most of the dates are on maybe 19th century. Most of the dates are 18 something. But there's a coffin that's above ground,
and it's tiny.
It's a baby coffin.
Oh,
and
that one like, freaks me out the most.
You go play hide and go seek in that cemetery, and you trip over a baby coffin. You stop playing hide and seek. Like that's the end of the game. You're like,
most of the games ended with us running to the car.
Yeah, I don't want to play this game anymore. This is not fun. Baby Ghost is not my jam.
Mm-mm.
Baby Ghost, no. I don't know what's worse, Grown Up Ghost or Baby Ghost.
Baby Ghost.
Baby Ghost, 100%.
Baby Ghost.
Grown Up actually understands, and you can say, "Hey, you go sit over there."
So, like,
Baby Ghost don't understand.
Also, this like something you may not think of, but if you're religious at all, it's understood that children don't spend time in the after between. They go straight up to Jesus's throne, is what is said, right? Mm-hmm. So if you see a baby ghost, it's actually something much darker and sinister trying to play tricks with you. So I'm good on the baby ghosts.
It's Chucky.
You saying that just made everything worse.
Okay, but like
it's creepy. I'm good on the baby ghost.
At what age does the baby ghost no longer be a baby ghost? Like, because we've seen like the Sinister, and you see like the little baby like holding a doll and all that stuff. Like people like catch that on video and paranormal, investigations and stuff like that. And there's like this little like child. At what
cute.
At what age? Like, is it like, oh, that child can walk? That kid is no longer accepted in like heaven. That's a haunting.
What's the cutoff age?
Yeah, like
it's 18. Just
18 is end of baby go. Just kidding.
I'm not. Well, count me out.
Then you can't sin anymore.
Our youngest child used to have hair down to probably they're like behind, maybe a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
And we've always called that child the midnight baby because they did not sleep. They woke up with night terrors.
Creepy.
The creepiest thing, like, so we keep a light on in the kitchen so they can have something instead of just pure darkness between our rooms. And all the time in our doorway, this kid would be standing there with their long hair. And all you can see is a silhouette. Yep.
Yeah.
She was so good at that.
It was super creepy. The
this long straight hair is what got me every time.
The Ring. Yes.
It's that.
When the child comes out the TV, that was my daughter.
That's what you see.
Yeah, that's all you saw. And it got to the point where it was like, you just like, can you knock? please. And it wouldn't
do something.
A doll in the hand sometimes, and it would be like, I've seen this movie.
Yeah,
I'm going to die. Like I know that I can't beat Baby Ghost. Like there's no way. Baby Ghost wins every time.
Every time. Orchid Ghost can't beat it. Don't listen, right?
What?
Right.
I said because they don't listen. Baby Ghosts
Baby Ghosts don't listen.
They don't. Teenage ghosts don't either.
There's hard-headed ghost.
Oh wait, I'm just talking about our kids.
Yeah, hard-headed ghost. Can you imagine like a teenager ghost? Like
whatever.
I'm not gonna haunt you. Haunting is stupid. Like, bro, like we have to haunt. You know, imagine a family ghost. Like, and then you get that like 13-year-old ghost, and you're like, hey, we all need to go haunt. Like, we need to go like the spook. You know, it's Halloween. We need to spook people.
I just want to die again.
No, like this is stupid. Yeah,
we do it every year. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Like I want to hang out with my friends. I got a Zoom call.
This is getting too real for me, babe.
Sorry. Zoom. Ghost R Us. The Ghost Emporium, where we take your haunting to the max.
Oh, great.
Is that real place?
Ghost Emporium? I hope so. If it's not,
it's probably in Los Angeles. There's some weird stuff there.
If it's anywhere, it's in Los Angeles.
Pretty much. Like
Los Angeles has it all.
Yeah. It was this year, huh? Before everything. No, it was last year, last November-ish. We went to the Death Museum. We brought our youngest there. Whoopsie.
Okay. So you guys are a true crime / paranormal podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You guys need to travel all the way down to Los Angeles and go to the Death Museum where you can
learn about both.
It's on my list.
It is a phenomenal museum if
it's
you're
very
into
hard as well.
Yeah, it is. I wouldn't recommend taking your kids.
We did.
Yeah, we took them.
We took one of them.
Don't recommend it. They have like actual serial killers, like they actually have a piece of a brain. They got a lot of photos.
They have John Wayne Gacy's like actual things that he wore and letters that he wrote, cards that he wrote.
Yeah. They have his clown makeup. So, you know, if you guys ever like want to dress up.
I believe his shoes.
Yeah.
Is that the museum that's attached like with the Dearly Departed tours?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. It's a pretty small spot and it's like they shuffle you in and out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Move.
Yeah, it's
all
like
did it have a car?
You get your no, it's walking.
It's like
did
an
it
old
have
house.
Whose car was it?
I don't recall a car being in there.
Okay. Then I think there's 2 museums that I need to go to.
There's probably multiple.
The Death Museum that we went to started off with like serial killers, like you had Charles Manson, you had like, you know, them like mutilating gender, like just
that was a different one. Yeah.
But they had like people like removing genitalia and all that stuff, and the girls like holding it in their hand, like
Oh my god.
It's a trip.
Yeah, it is
so crazy.
It will always be in my brain.
Because we're like, what did we do?
Yeah, I can never unsee it. It's kind of like the baby ghost, like it's there forever.
Late at night, that's what pops up.
You know, it's you can.
They also have things like 2-headed pig skeletons.
Yeah, they have,
and that's pretty cool. So there's a lot of different things like that. I think there was like a bobcat, 2-headed bobcat.
Oh, really?
Lots of snakes and chickens.
Then like their suicide. They have a suicide lane.
Yeah, that one was awful. That's the part I wish wasn't in there because it's not easy.
A what?
Max DS in the chat says the haunted are us or Toys R Us, but so I know like for us like we have Spooktacular or what's that one at Spookville?
Spirit Halloween.
That one.
It takes over every Babies R Us.
They take over all the Babies R Us, and now they also take over all the Toys R Us. and I think they've also like anytime I open up my garage, they move in. You know, they just any vacant spot
Whoops,
that they could possibly
that's just
take.
me shopping, baby.
No, my bad. And you know, like that right there, like going to Babies R Us and knowing that there are ghosts in there just confirms my suspicion
The
of
zombie babies
and ghost babies.
Oh my gosh. That's all you need to know.
Yep.
Is one day you go into a Babies R Us, the next couple of years you're going to go back and it's going to be Spirit Halloween.
Anything like you
it
can.
was like whatever company went bankrupt, they took over.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a weird omen. Like if your business goes out, here comes the ghost.
You see October 1st and you go, that's now a spooktacular. Yay.
I love that you're saying spectacular. It's Spirit Halloween.
We don't have branding. They're not paying my advertising.
It's a Halloween store. Spectacular.
Halloween, yeah, spectacular. I enjoy it. Like Halloween is canceled this year.
When we traveled down to San Diego this week, we drove by that one like the super Halloween costume store
like
that was going out of business. So what happens to that one?
Another Halloween store. It regurgitates more Halloween. It's like, oh, that you haven't had enough Halloween. This Halloween is 50% off. Now, underneath this Halloween is more Halloween. Halloween for you. Halloween for... It's like the Oprah of Halloween.
That makes sense.
You get a Halloween and you get a Halloween.
Exactly.
I like how you say Halloween.
Hello.
Halloween.
Am I saying it incorrectly?
How do you guys say it?
Halloween.
Am I saying it incorrectly?
Halloween.
Probably a regional thing.
We're very big on it.
Wait,
I have to know. Do you say caramel or caramel?
Oh God.
Caramel.
Yes.
I've been working on it.
Oh wait,
caramel.
Are you saying caramel or caramel? And you said
I say caramel, but I've been working on saying caramel because
why
from California and is very strict on that.
Wait, say again. Who? What? Who's strict on it? Your hubby?
Huh?
Your hubby?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my gosh. So this is like our marriage question.
Your hubby and I are best friends now. We shall have a glass of water together.
It's the worst because he's wrong and I'm right. It's definitely caramel.
It's not.
But he's
Look
like,
how it's spelled.
the A must be pronounced. What about the H in ghost, okay?
Ghost.
Ghost.
Ghost. It's like it's like the letters are silent or something.
Knife.
Gun gnome. Shall we continue?
That's not annoying. This is annoying.
That's not a 5-inch blade. Okay, so you said a 5-inch blade is a big blade. I meant to bring one in because I wanted to show a 5-inch blade is not that big. All right.
So
also,
a guy that carries a K-bar.
Yeah. Also, a switchblade is much smaller than a 5-inch blade. I'm like,
I feel it.
I'm like listening to the technical aspects of your show.
I'm trying to think here because in my mind's eye, 5 inches
is about a middle finger.
Actually, not about. Are you sure?
I have big giant man hands, so for me, it's definitely my middle finger. Right, babe?
Yep. Yeah, that looks 5 inches to me.
Probably like that. Oh.
Yeah.
You can't see.
So if you take from here and go all the way here, that should be about 5 inches.
Nah.
And you don't think that's a big knife? I thought she just meant like, I don't want to flip you off, but I thought she meant from like the bottom.
Oh,
I was
like
totally
this.
flipping him off.
Yeah. No. You can flip me off. That's fine.
He's used to it.
From the knuckle to the tip of your finger.
Yeah,
I thought she's like.
I decided to go on podcasting because I hate
that's
myself.
Closer for myself. It's like 3.5, 4 inches.
Oh, that got by so
but
many
from
people.
the top of your middle finger to the bottom of your palm, I feel like that's a big knife.
That is a much bigger knife.
I think.
I mean, in relative, like, should a baby be carrying it? No.
Baby should not be carrying it. Our kids are still scared of them, and I still have to chop their meat. This is ridiculous.
Baby Ghost is okay. Baby Ghost can carry a knife. But
like, what point is the knife too big for Baby Ghost to have?
A machete.
I would not like Baby Ghost to even have nail clippers.
Well, then you're working for the TSA. I know.
I've had to throw out nail clippers at the TSA.
No nail clippers on this flight, Ghost.
Nice try.
You try to get by me, not gonna happen. So, how long have you guys been podcasting?
I think our first episode, did it come out at the end of May? Beginning of June?
This year?
Yeah, so like 4 months. Yeah, this year.
Oh, wow.
Right on.
Wow. How many interviews have you guys done?
This is our first one.
Oh,
really?
We topped our interview charity. Yes.
Right on.
I'm married.
Oh, God. Stay off of TikTok. He's been waiting so long to say that. Your dad joke game is gaining, babe.
Oh man, that's so good.
It's fading. Good. You better start working those dad joke muscles out.
Yeah, I'm going to. Okay, all right. What actually got you guys started? Like, who came up with the idea, and then how did you guys get to the point of beginning your recordings? And like, who's the one that said, you know,
this is a good idea.
I like this idea. Alex, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd been drinking one night, and I texted Loretta at like 3 a.m, and I was like, we should start a podcast. And then I woke up the next morning, and she's like, yeah, that'd be fun. And I was like, oh shit. And so then we started recording, compiling things, working things out.
What was the original name?
Our original name was the Ghastly Gals or Ghastly Girls. What was it?
It was Ghastly Gals, and the other podcast is Ghastly Girls.
Yes, and they didn't we were really like under wraps. So it was just between us, the two of us, and then finally once we got an episode recorded, we went to go put it out there, and I'd looked everywhere to make sure that it hadn't been taken, but literally like within a couple of days of our first episode, the Ghastly Girls had released their first episode. So it wasn't, I'm not going to say they like stole our name or anything. We were just great minds think alike. So
yeah, that happens in every business
beat
industry.
Us to the punch.
Yeah.
Are you saying Ghastly or?
Yeah, like the Pokemon, the ghosty Pokemon.
Ghastly.
It's GH. Are you looking it up?
He seems really oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, I see your eyebrows are together. Are you thinking?
I have a lot of monitors. A lot of,
This is why I don't go over there either, because I am very distractible.
Yeah. So I have a monitor where I can see the stream and how my recordings and all that stuff are doing on that one. It's mounted to the TV. Then Jess has a monitor right behind my monitor where she can see exactly what I'm seeing. And then I then can have you guys on a separate Zoom, and then over here I have my Google where I Google stuff.
Where the brain power is.
Yeah, this is where all my brain is located.
The only thing I look at is like the video feed of people's faces.
Ghastly. Oh, okay. Ghastly. Like for some reason, for the life of me, I was thinking gassy. I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of there's compilations of all these girl farts.
He's used to it. Don't stress, babe. You're fine.
Oh, there.
And in hindsight, maybe we're better off with this name and not Ghastly Gals, because
because you
I
guys
wasn't
don't
really
have enough
sold
farting.
on it, but
I liked it. I like your guys' name now. I think it
Thank
has
you.
more like sustenance.
It does. I mean, how many episodes do you currently have out? Like 90, 112, 30,000?
16.
That's not bad. I mean, 4 months, 5 months, 8 months, 20 months.
4.
There's one every week. So
okay, that's what I was gonna ask.
So who does the paranormal, and then who does the true crime? Do you guys switch, or is it just you do true crime, you do paranormal?
We really
find
just
our own topics. Yeah, we find our own whatever, doing whatever, and fortunately we haven't ever like had a problem bumping into like, oh, I covered that, or I'm gonna cover that. But yeah, we just find a topic that interests us, and there's really no rhyme or reason to it. Sometimes we do serial killers a couple in a row, and I don't know, whatever.
There's a lot
it's
of
just
them,
whatever
so
we want to do.
There's a plethora to choose from.
Yeah, so like, who's your favorite serial killer?
Favorite?
So strange word, but yeah, like,
not like
which
like
one
oh my god,
he
was so amazing. I can't believe he killed so many people. But like, who's your like favorite like serial killer? Like, oh, if I had to like buy a board game and it was a board game made after this serial killer, like, oh, let's help him find the body. Like, who would that serial killer be?
So, I think I'd probably have to go kind of basic and pick Ed Gein.
That's a good
know who Ed Gein is?
No, I
don't. Probably.
I've been listening to and watching true crime. I have to remind myself not to because it can get pretty dark. But it's my favorite thing to get lost in. And conspiracy theories. But not like 2020 conspiracy theories, like real conspiracy theories. Like UFOs, you know? Yeah. So
the Butcher of Plainfield.
The Butcher of Plainfield.
Or the Plainfield Ghoul. And once again, we're back to Baby Ghost R Us. He was an American convicted murderer and body snatcher.
Mine is the Freeway Killer. He's pretty terrifying to me.
Which one's that
one?
Here's
William Bonin. I think the Criminal Minds we watched recently kind of matched it up a little bit, like tried to copy it.
So for me, I don't do like serial killers. Like I'm not a collector of like cool little thoughts of serial killers and stuff like that. And it's not that I don't think that they're interesting. I think they're fantastically interesting. Richard Ramirez is Screeching Dreamland's favorite. You guys recognize the name?
Stalker.
That's the Night Stalker?
The Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez, yeah.
So for me, it's like serial killers, like the whole idea of serial killers, it's fascinating because the mythology and the theology,
like the psychology.
Like I love the psychology and the sociology of it. Yes. That's what I love about the idea of serial killers, because
I think that's what most people like, because that's less scary if you think of it that way.
Yeah. They're just the way they interact with people. Like not all serial killers, like John Wayne Gacy in his, like when his last meal was what, like 30 pounds of ice cream, like
was it really?
It's a phenomenal, like his last meal, like that's the kind of stuff that interests me.
You want to know the weird facts?
I like
weird facts on the side.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have a favorite serial killer necessarily, but I tend to be more into cults. So Charles Manson and the Manson family is my favorite.
Okay, so John Wayne Gacy's last meal was 2 double cheeseburgers, 2 large servings of French fries, a half gallon of vanilla fudge ripple ice cream, and 2 Dr. Peppers.
My stomach hurts.
Okay.
Did he eat all of that?
Fudge for John Wayne Gacy. Yes.
Fudge is John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah,
my bad.
Yeah, he ate all of it. And it's Screeching Dreamland says, I lived in the area where he was active, so it fascinates them as well. And I'm assuming that's Richard Ramirez that fascinates them.
Yeah,
but like John Wayne Gacy, like he originally there was a story where he picked up the first person and he had the intent of killing them, but they kind of freaked out the way he was acting, and so he unlocked the door and jumped out. And that person is a reason why John Wayne Gacy took off all the door handles inside the vehicle.
Because
he had John Wayne Gacy out. Or I thought, who's the one that had the yellow like bug?
Ted Bundy.
I thought that was Ted Bundy that did that.
No, John Wayne Gacy would.
I love that you guys were like, "Boom, got it."
Yeah, but like. I like the fascinating, like stupid stories. Like I don't want to know about the murders. Like, yeah, they killed people. It was really not cool. Like people died, but like that dude ate a half gallon of ice cream with fudge.
And that's impressive. And 2 burgers and 2 large fries and
it's the Dr. Pepper, and ice cream mix. Let's be honest,
it's a lot of sugar.
That carbonation going into the ice cream. You've had an ice cream float. I'm assuming you've had an ice cream float. You know how much bubbles that makes. How is he going to feel better? Like they can't execute him until he's he's healthy. If he has stomach ache, they got to give him Tums and some.
Oh my god!
Or do they? Dude, if you're like, I don't feel good. They're like, yeah, well, you're about to get executed. I don't imagine you would feel good. So
you'll feel fine in a minute.
It'll all be gone in a minute.
Shocking experience for you.
Can you imagine being electrocuted to death and having to poop?
They all poop awful. In the end.
Yeah, you all poop in the end.
I
wonder if they let you go poop before.
I would hope so. Just one last good one.
Yeah, I gotta go.
I assume if you're electrocuted, I assume you also lose your ability to hold your bowels.
Oh, absolutely.
Like with a typical death.
I mean,
I would imagine.
Probably give you a diaper.
Probably put a diaper on.
Do you think they like Green Mile them? Do you think like if it's a really good serial killer like this dude like killed
all? Do that anymore?
Electric chair?
Yeah.
I don't know. Thomas Edison created it, so. Do you think though during the time that they were actually utilizing? I don't know if they still do it. I know that they brought back the bullet because they are unable to get the chemical, so they can't do chemical.
Oh really?
Yeah, chemicals out.
I don't follow any of that.
Injection.
Yeah, the capital punishment for like all chemicals, they can't get the chemical that creates the non-pain version of it, which violates the Constitutional Amendment. So,
right.
But do you think that they give them like if it's like a serial crazy like super like Charles Manson-esque type serial killer, like they give that guy the Green Mile effect, like no wet sponge? Do you think that's something that?
Do you know that's based off of a true story?
Have you seen the Green Mile?
Yes,
it's a very good movie.
It's a very hard movie.
Probably, especially not recently. Maybe back in the day, before there were all these rules and stuff. But I don't know. I don't even know who they let in the room for executions anymore. I know that people used to be able to go in the room, like family members of victims and stuff.
And that's not allowed anymore?
I don't know if they allow like victims' family members or family members of the person being executed, or if it's just like the person doing the execution and a doctor and like jail staff, like select few people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they.
Yeah.
And it probably maybe varies even from state to state who they let in. I'm sure in Florida they let everyone in.
No, Florida is like that. California is a pay-per-view. That
blindfolded or something.
In Florida, they do open public capital punishment, so you don't even have to worry about it. Like it's everybody come to the beach.
Yikes.
No mask required.
No mask.
No mask. We're gonna spread this death. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting thought though. Like maybe do you think they would?
I think it's been something like 11 years since California has.
Who's the last person that's been executed in California?
I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know.
I don't think
for me, like I think the last person I remember being executed in California was that major Crip, like the leader of the Crips.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
That was a long time ago. So I really don't know. Like, I'm not a big like, hey, let's kill everybody, because a lot of times they get it wrong. So I'm not like, let's kill everybody.
Was in 2016 or 2006.
Yeah, that's a while. There were like 10 or 11.
Clarence Ray Allen was sentenced to death.
Oh, and Clarence, isn't that the one? Isn't that the Crip?
I don't know if he was Crip. He was kind of old, babe. He was 76.
Years
old. How old is? I don't know anything.
The death penalty serves no purpose whatsoever.
I don't know how these things work.
The death penalty serves no purpose. Somebody goes in there for death penalty. They stay in there for 20 to 30 years, and when they finally get executed, it's already at the end of their life. So there's no deterrent. It's
yeah.
So
I guess it is pretty drawn out. So it's like, yeah, they go to jail.
Oh, I'm scared of being in prison for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I might die before I get there anyway. So.
Yeah. So which of the many, many podcasts that you listen to is the thing that inspires you? Like, what inspires you to be an awesome podcast?
No, he is not a Crip, sweetheart.
Okay. He was a blood?
My favorite, I think 2 favorite podcasts are My Favorite Murder is probably the first podcast I ever listened to religiously all the time. And then Necronomipod is...
Necronomipod?
Necronomipod. I don't know about the name. I don't know where they got it. But it's these 3 dudes that sit in their basement and drink beer. And basically, they talk about murder, conspiracies. They did a great Jonestown series. Just all sorts of stuff. It's great. I think the main host of the show, his name's Ian, and apparently he's a big Jonestown buff. He's written articles or what do you call it? I don't know, papers about Jonestown that have been published and things like that. So he's really so Necronomipod did a great series on Jonestown. I really like them. And then My Favorite Murder, that's probably one of the more popular podcasts that's really out there. I think they're pretty famous or getting pretty big at this point. But those 2 for me are the ones that kind of inspire me and
Loretta?
to listen to.
So My Favorite Murder is actually the first one I listened to because I drove up to Montana with Alex so that she could get a tattoo at a Murderino convention or something. I don't even know.
Wait, say hold on. Stop.
Okay.
Murderino convention?
That's what the My Favorite Murder fans are called, or Murderinos.
Oh.
Yes. And there was a tattoo shop in Montana that were doing specific tattoos for My Favorite Murder.
Like a flash event for
right on.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Tattoos.
Yeah, so we went up to Montana early as crap in the morning, and then we were coming back pretty late, and it was snowing horribly. Couldn't see. Yeah, so she turned on My Favorite Murder, and it actually really helped me focus.
Loretta was driving because I don't do well.
It was really scary. But I would say some podcasts that really inspire me since we've been more into it and stuff is Riddle Me That. She does
Jules
incredible.
Is amazing.
Jules is amazing.
And she's a PhD.
It's so interesting and well put together. Yeah, she's incredible. And then I also love Weird Distractions because I feel like they're on a plane with us where we have really similar podcasts, and even one of their co-host is named Alex. I just thought it was so funny, and it was one of the other first podcasts that I listened to, and we did Disney the same week. It was great. But those are my 2 inspirations, I guess.
Sweet. I noticed that neither one of you guys said Roosterbat show, so I mean, not jelly, whatever, not jelly. I
love Roosterbat show, and I listen to it when I go and donate plasma.
It's right on. Thank you.
I got a big heart. People don't really grasp how much plasma helps the world.
There's almost every autoimmune disease uses plasma treatments.
Yeah.
And then I think we were reading that there's also something helping with COVID patients as well with plasma. So plasma
and transplants.
Yeah, gold. That is liquid gold. Serious.
Oh yeah.
And so what do you guys have a like simple story? Like, here's what I want. All right. I want an elevator pitch of your podcast. All right. Told in a 1920s era, prohibition, hiding from the law story.
Okay. Okay.
Man, that's a lot, babe. That was like a lot of ketchup on top of that.
Yeah, let's do it. You got this. Come on.
This just in. Wait.
This just in. All right.
I have to like get it.
Yeah.
This just in. 2 terrible women are speaking. Wait, sorry. I can do better. That's hard. That's a hard thing to do. What you just asked.
This just in. And
This
Radio
just in.
FM.
Well, you see here. Well, you see here. No.
Okay.
That's wrong.
All right. I'm the cop.
Okay.
I'm the cop. You're hiding the booze. All right. I got my radio voice. Okay. My radio voice for
you. Sound like a cowboy cop.
You like this? I'm a cowboy cop. Okay. Now tell me, where are you hiding the podcast?
We're not hiding the podcast.
What?
It's right here.
Oh, okay. I'm so confused.
I'm sorry. Loretta, you do this.
Come on, Loretta.
Loretta's up. Loretta's the one. Take the wheel.
Accents.
Where can we find you?
What? No,
I can't do accents either.
We don't have to do accents.
Especially if I'm put on the spot, then I definitely like clam up and don't speak at all.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, Loretta, I want you to tell me what your podcast is about. Just give me the elevator pitch about it.
Our podcast is about paranormal, true crime, myths and legends, and all other weird things.
Perfect. All right. Now, Alex, add to that.
Add to it.
Yeah.
Where can we find you?
Okay. I see where this is going. You can find us. We're on Spotify. I think we're on Apple Podcasts, Anchor. Everywhere that Anchor will put us on, we're there. So
sweet. Okay. So, Curious Nixons, you guys have an episode every week. Currently 16 episodes out. The Devil Made Me Do It is the current episode, right?
Yep.
Now, what I need to know is what your fear is. What is your ultimate fear? And what is your worst nightmare? And we're going to do it with a little card game called Your Worst Nightmare. All right. I'm going to show you 4 cards. You're going to rank each nightmare in order of 1 to 4. Now, you're not going to tell anybody else. We have to guess it. Okay. So everyone's going to take a chance. Loretta, you'll get me. Alex, you get Jess. Jess, vice versa. I go vice versa. Good?
This is so different than we did it before.
Well, we're just going to guess.
I'm way too blonde and a little bit inebriated.
All right. Inebriated.
I identify with that statement.
So we have the ocean as number 1. Okay. Everybody got number 1 as the ocean.
Okay. Oh, we're all listing these as our
volcanoes. Volcanoes.
Okay.
As because we don't pronounce letters and stuff. Volcanoes.
I forgot what the first one was.
The ocean. Missing your flight. And then the very, very, very last one is going to be spiders. Now, Loretta, you're part of like one of the retweet groups, right?
I am, yes.
Okay, I don't think we're a part of the same group anymore.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just that group kept going. We need to make room. We need to make room.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, I get it. Like, I'm not participating as much because you guys do one episode every 3 months, and I do one every week. It's really hard to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm missing one.
Okay.
I have oceans, volcanoes, and missing flight. I told you that's
missing flight and spiders. Spiders.
Okay, so which one's first, second, third, fourth?
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to go first. and I got Loretta as my the figure out partner. All right. My first one is going to be spiders for you. I have then followed up with missing your flight, volcanoes, and ocean. Am I close?
No.
Not even close.
No.
0 out of 4.
0, 1, 2, or 3. 4, 8, 9, 11, 12.
Okay.
Okay.
Say it again.
All right. So I had spiders as number 1. I had missing your flight is 2.
No.
Missing your flight is 2.
No.
Ocean.
No.
Volcanoes.
For 2. No.
So you got 0.
I got 0. All right.
Yeah.
So
0 out of 4.
I clearly suck. Okay. Go. Alex, go figure out Jess.
I'm figuring out Jess.
Yes.
Okay. Let's say number 1 is missing your flight. Number 2 is spiders. Number 3 is the ocean, and number 4 is volcanoes.
You got the ocean correct.
I got the ocean.
Yeah.
Everything
1
else.
point for Team Curious Nixons.
1 point.
All right. Jess, you want to figure out Alex?
I have down spider, volcano, missing flight, and ocean.
Any of them right?
No.
Dang, we're good.
Well, Roosterbat 0. Curious Nixon. Okay, Loretta, you got me.
Okay, I have spiders for 1, volcanoes for 2, ocean for 3, and missing your flight 4th.
0.
Dang.
0, 0, 0. You know what? It's one of those.
We did it kind of different than how you would play in person.
Yeah, it's kind of different.
It's fun though.
It is. So like there's 300 different fears in this box, right? And the whole thing about it is you need to figure out your fears so that way you can be able to go, I can conquer that, right? Just
but like most of them are not scary.
Like for instance, this one. This is the scariest one. It's called toilet paper stuck to your shoe. Like everyone,
I've had that happen.
Everyone
it's
I
not
know,
that bad.
everyone I know has been terrified of this. This is an ongoing threat to society. All right,
It is.
Especially with
I've never seen it happen, but everyone's scared.
Terrified, utterly terrified. The other one that I know everybody is extremely terrified about is baby ghost.
Yes, I am.
Baby ghost in there.
Baby ghost. I think we have a name of our episode today.
Now the question is in what order are people afraid of things?
Mm-hmm.
Where do those things rank in the order of
in
scariest to least?
So like in total, or like or do we want to go over to what they were? So for me, spiders is not even close to being fear. Ocean is the number 1 fear out of those
you?
for me. Yeah. So followed by volcanoes, then missing my flight, and then spiders.
I literally just deleted it. So
Me too.
Yeah.
That was exactly how I had.
Really?
I'll show you.
No way.
Oh, you can't see it. There. See, that was me, and that was you.
right on.
See, I should have said what I was thinking, because like for me,
That's
like the
funny.
ocean is deep. You can't outswim it.
Yeah.
Bradley and I were talking about we don't even know most of the creatures that live in it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Lots of unknowns there.
What is it? Less than 85% of the ocean has actually been explored.
And
Yeah.
in that, I think it's less than 85%, babe, that has been explored.
That's literally what I just said.
Okay, phew.
I'm glad we're on the same page. Less than 85% of.
I'm out.
All right. With that, everybody can find you on Spotify, Google, Apple, and more. You also have a Facebook. Do you have a Facebook group or anything like that, or is it just Facebook?
We do, but
It's a page.
we don't use it very much. So
Because fuck Facebook,
Instagram
right?
and Twitter is where it's at.
We're
That's what
on
I
team
hear.
fuck Facebook.
Are we?
Yeah, I believe we
Yep.
are. Like last episode was like, Straight up, fuck it. Fuck.
I removed it from my phone for a while.
At this point, I don't even have the app on my phone anymore. I get on there like old school on the computer.
Yeah, that's what I did too, and it was good for my brain space.
Yeah,
it is.
It's toxic.
Facebook's a dark place right now.
It's very, very toxic. All right, so everybody can find you, and what we're going to do is say bye-bye to the population, and remember to burn your sage, charge your crystals. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, and see you on the other side. So close. It's terrible. So close. All right. Here's what
I missed all of it.
Take two. I'm going to start with burn your sage. All right, Loretta, your charge your crystals, and then all three of us go into see you on the other side.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Remember to burn your sage.
1.
Oh wait.
He did this last night.
Okay. I'm just gonna stop.
Also, it's we'll see you on the other side.
Oh, we'll see you on the other side. Okay, I will definitely not. I'm gonna be with Ghost Baby.
I believe in you.
All right. Okay. Remember to burn your sage, Loretta,
and charge your crystals.
And we'll see you on the other side.
We'll see you on the other side.
So close.
We'll see you on the
other You know what? Perfect. I love it. I love it. It was great.
Beautiful. It's all personality.
You guys just hang out for a second, okay?
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
All right, and we're clear.
Hey.
Success.
Yeah. See?
Am I success?
An hour goes by fast, right?
Oh, was it an hour?
Yeah, that was an hour. That was an hour and actually an hour and a half if you want to get technical. So an hour goes by really fast, especially when you're on the show and you have nothing to talk about. You notice how we not got any of those topics, like the break glass situation. We're good.
Yeah.
So.
You're talking about awkward silence?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't have to do that.
Loretta was messaging me I was like, hey, I updated the topics, just kind of give you a heads up. She goes, oh, I didn't read any of those. I'm like, don't worry about it.
Top secret news. I never do either.
Yeah, you don't have to read them.
Yeah, I think it's just for him mostly.
I have to, like, we get dead silence. We're like, okay, what are we going to talk about now? I have things to go to. So
that's good.
Have an itinerary.
Yeah.
A game of what you can do.
Yeah, awesome. I have to have something. Not every person that comes on as a guest has that like finesse of talking, especially when you're live. You're like, I'm on the spot.
Yeah,
I understand that because that was me.
Yeah, and me, like, I'm completely shy, and like I'm not at all outgoing. I'm very like into myself, quiet all the time.
You're such a liar.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like,
when we go to like grocery shopping or something and somebody he knows is like, hey David, I just walk away. I just keep walking.
I just
shopping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore this.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
So what I'll do in probably a couple hours, honestly, I'll send you guys a Google Drive with all the audio from today's episode, and most likely it'll be edited, ready, rock and roll. You guys are welcome to share it. My episode goes out on Monday. I ask that you share it a day or so after my episode, so that way we don't have clashing. But before we go, do you have any questions or anything like that? I know, Loretta, you're with your hubby. I want you to be able to spend some time in the hotel. You got to take care of him. But you guys have any questions? You guys good?
I don't have any questions.
No?
I think I'm okay. I think, yeah, that was pretty fun. I was nervous.
Me too. Oh my God.
I was sent the notes or.
Yeah. The Google Notes.
The list. I was like, oh my God, there's a list. It was like, oh my God.
But that's there just to kind of help you guys, so that way, you guys kind of have some type of expectation. You're going, how do I get an hour out of this conversation? There's only 4 questions. Well, let David speak. That's all you have to do. Let David speak. He's got this. He can talk about everything. John Wayne Gacy board games and stuff. Brought to you by.
There are solve the murder type things now.
I'm sure there is.
I asked the kids if they wanted to do one. They haven't answered me yet.
There's a TikTok where it says, "Oh, what? It's Zodiac versus John Wayne Gacy playing cards, like collector's items." And I'm like, that's a great idea. I would that's not a bad idea. Okay, so imagine on this wall, all right, there's going to be a bunch of shelves. Imagine having your favorite murder,
You're thinking about decorations?
Yeah, that'd be really Batman. Cool. It'd be in the background and be like, your favorite murderer, I'm not nerd enough to do that. I couldn't pull that off if I wanted to.
Well, you can do anything you set your mind to.
I could,
he's gonna have a bunch of Batman up there. He's definitely nerd enough.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
John and Loretta are obsessed with Batman.
Who?
Yeah.
Loretta and her husband.
Oh, really? Oh, I like how obsessed. Would they be willing to get a tattoo of the Batman on them? Obsessed?
If you would have asked me a couple of years ago, I definitely would have. Now, maybe.
Tattoos have changed. They've evolved in the last 10 years. I can feel that.
Okay. I'm going to be right back. Hang on. Don't go anywhere.
He's going to go get his Batman toys.
Oh, okay.
I totally feel that, because I'm starting to cover up my old tattoos from 10 years ago with more floral and feminine, maybe not so traditional.
That's traditional.
Okay.
I just got a tattoo covered a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
All right.
I'm pretty sad about it, honestly.
You got it. Are you sad that her tattoo's covered?
Yes.
You got the classic Batmobile. The classic Batmobile.
The classic one.
Yeah, that's from the Adam West series.
Nobody knows what that means.
What?
Just kidding.
They can't be Batman fanatics and not know who Adam West is. That's just wrong.
I know. I was just messing with your heart.
How do you know my language?
This is the Robert.
Yeah.
No, this is the Peterson one. This is the Edwards.
And Patterson. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're adding Peterson? Vowels. We're adding vowels and consonants and things that don't matter.
I'm gonna call Keaton Crouton now.
Caramel.
I know. You caramel.
And pop.
Caramel and pop.
Do you guys say pop?
Pop.
I used to, and then my Californian husband got on my case about it.
Oh my
so
gosh.
Now I say soda.
Is he a Coke person?
What do you mean?
Does he just say Coke?
No, we say soda.
He's not from California.
What do you say, babe?
I say Coke.
Yeah, but that's what you drink.
That's a Southern thing.
It didn't matter what I drink. I'm like, hey, let me have a Coke. And they're, what kind? What kind of Coke do you want? I want a root beer Coke, ginger ale Coke, Sprite Coke.
That's weird.
I feel like that's
methamphetamine.
That's over the top.
If somebody says I want a Coke to me, they're getting a Coca-Cola. Period.
That's how I feel as well.
That seems excessive.
You want a Diet Coke or a regular Coke?
Exactly. Cherry, vanilla, but it's going to be Coke. You won't even get a Pepsi, which is superior.
Sweet. So you guys have anything else you want to plug, or?
I thought it was already off.
I know it's off. Yeah, I'm just asking.
Cool. Hold on, went back in time.
Going back to Cali. We're gonna rate a channel. If my internet was so crappy, so I don't know how the Twitch came out. But I do know how. All right, for the viewers, if you guys want to hang around, I'm going to rate a channel, Night Attack. It's my inspiration for getting into podcast. He's doing some gameplay. Boom. Raid is started.
Night Attack?
Yeah.
That's pretty much who you got into.
That's how I got into podcasting in general. That I found Night Attack like 7 years ago.
Like when podcasting was
still starting. Yeah, they've been podcasting 10 years.
That seems like such a long time because I've only been into them for like 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
I feel like in the past maybe 2 or 3 years is when people are like, oh, do you listen to this podcast? You should listen to this podcast. It's
yeah. And it's not just business advertising pod stuff anymore.
Yeah.
It's no longer just self-help.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't really listen to the podcast until we started. Like, I listened to My Favorite Murder that one time and one time only. And then we started a podcast. And that's when.
Oh, wow.
That's when I started listening. Yeah.
Dang, you guys jumped in. That's awesome.